guys, so welcome back to the video. I'm trying to be louder this time because last time I was like the video wasn't recording the audio, so I don't fucking know. I don't know. I played this when the first update came out, but I haven't played it since. In fact, if I go to load, I'm pretty sure it'll be there. Go here. Oh, I guess not, huh? Well, I did play this back when it first came out, and I thought it was intriguing because it actually seemed well written for once. So let's just get into it. Yeah, it's a stereotypical human-wolf combo, but like I'm done complaining about. Well, I'm not done complaining about that. If it's done poorly, I fucking hate it. Lots of dots apparently. Hey, he's losing a lot of blood. Are you sure it's a good idea to just leave him? Of course not. We can't go back to the in vehicle while all these guards are around. We can at least. It'll be fine. We'll just keep him covered. Hey, help me with these crates. I feel like I'm slipping in unconsciousness. Where am I? Why can't I open my eyes? Hey, don't worry. You'll be okay. Who? Shh. Just rest. We'll be back soon. I feel lift my head and wrap something tight around it. Placing something soft between me and the wall behind me. That'll have to do for first aid. Okay, let's move out. Right. I don't fucking know. Wait, where are you going? Where? Something hard hits my forehead, causing me to jerk my head up. If my lectures are so boring, feel free to leave. Look at my desk. He threw a chalk stick at me. We're on the third row of the lecture hall, too. I don't know if I should be impressed or annoyed. Maybe a little bit of both. Sorry, sir, I must have dozed off. I don't need you to tell me that. As a doctor, I'd hope not. I mutter to myself. What was that? Nothing. And without my further scoffs and turns back to the board, pulling a new stick of chalk from a box. What a geezer. Pick up the bit he threw at me. If I had some more confidence in me, I'd throw it right back at him. Hey, I know what you're thinking. I turned my rifle to Diana. You always seem to. That was not her. It's not worth it. I know, but you can get back at him by proving yourself in the upcoming test. I forgot about that. The past few nights have been a bit of blur on account of. Were you practicing again? Maybe. Diana sized at that, to which I grimace. You know, you really nailed your impression of my mom. What do you expect? You stay up all night every night. Who wouldn't be concerned about that? I know. She's right, as much as I don't want to admit it. Sorry, I'm still adjusting this to a program, and I'm trying to figure out how to weave in my own personal projects. And I pause about replacing an arm on my shoulder. No, don't be sorry. I shouldn't be nagging you, at least not this much. I laugh. No, I kind of appreciate it. It shows you care. Well, I'm glad that's coming through. I've always been a bit worried about you. You and me both. At the very least, you seem to be absorbing a lot of information thrown at you. It's almost unfair how well you do on the exams with how little you study. It's all thanks to you. You helped me a lot with figuring out my study habits. Clearly not enough. How much sleep did you get last night? Irrelevant. I'm sure. You know, for me, the best way to remember shit for tests was always just like write it down repeatedly in a piece of paper until like it was zoomed in my brain. Like I did that when I was in healthcare in high school, and basically we had to do these like keyword things where you had to like opthalm and other such roots of words. You had to like match with their meaning, and I just kept writing it down and down and down and down over and over until like I aced it basically. And enough about that. I tried to get on discreetly into my hand, but I guess it wasn't discreet enough as our professor whips around and zeroes in on us. I can feel it on his arm tense up my shoulders as if we got caught doing something promiscuous. Something I should be aware of, you two. Well, Dan stands up. Oh, well, you see, he was just helping me understand the new material about the frontal cortex. I was having trouble wrapping my head around it. She's trying to play it off. How is that so? Diana expected better from you and not to sage you with anyone who could drag you down. He's still getting heated. Who the hell does this dick think he is? Would the fine gentleman like to stand up and share with the rest of the class? There's some whispers and murmurs around the room, all directed at us. I look at my peripheral. Diane has a look of, oh, I've fucked up on her face. Still, I stand up. With all due respect, sir, which isn't much, I'm aware you're on tenure, but I don't think it's wise to force your job on unemployed students. Or did you forget how much your tuition costs, along with giving a proper explanation for the frontal cortex? Gasps are up from the rest of the class. I feel hot in the face, but I'm keeping cool. Which I can't say for our professor. I think he just snapped his new stick of chalk in two. I can see him squirming to find some kind of legal retort, tenure or not. I'm pretty sure throwing shit at me is grounds for removal. Maybe not, but I'm not going to crack for the likes of him. I shook my hand on my hip. I'm waiting, Professor. Now he's the one looking red in the face, more so out of anger. But that's the most blood flow he's gotten in quite a while. He grumbles something insulting just before turning angrily white with the now broken chalk. That's what I thought, asshole. Sit back down and take a deep breath. I'm not cut out for these kinds of performances. And then there's Diana. We look at each other, somewhat mortified before bursting out in laughter. It's thankfully covered by the bell. We help Diana gather her notes. She's a real knack for organized chaos. I guess I've rubbed off on her as well. Make her way out of the lecture hall, still laughing. Glad to see you've been taking notes from Damon. Damien, I guess. Oh yeah? How so? Well, you were a pretty timid guy growing up. I remember having to beat up your bullies for you. To be fair, you were pretty good at Kung Fu. Damn right. She shows off a standard kick. I have to admit I wish I had her coordination. What's your point, though? Well, let's see. How long have you been dating Damien? I think our first anniversary's coming up. Oh, we really need to plan something. Anyways. Wait, don't change the subject. Anyways, I was saying, you were pretty quiet growing up. Sure, you got over it a bit, but once you met him, you started getting, I don't know, more confident? What can I say? He's my better half. I give him an exaggerated gay sigh, to which Diana snorts. Well, he certainly has left an impression on you. I guess being around the star of the college basketball team will do that to you. Oh my god, stop. Someone's gonna hear you. Try to shush her, but she just covers her laugh with her hand. Guess she got more confidence to build. Besides, weren't you on the Jumbotron to get into the last game? I think I'm getting a phone call. Diana crosses her arms as I struggle to pull out my phone. She has a knowing expression on her face. Slam the phone down and hold it to my face. Hello? Oh, hey mom. Yeah, no, school's going great. Yeah, huh? Yeah, no, I'm still adjusting, but it's going okay. And then my phone starts actually ringing vibrating in my hand, ruining my attempt at fooling Diana. Who am I kidding to be fooled by that? I think your phone is ringing. Thank you for telling me. I'll be picking it up now. I give a slightly annoyed huff as I actually go to answer a phone call. It's from Damien, and my face immediately brightens. Hello? Oh my god. Hey, sorry to call. We're about to head off on our afternoon run. Didn't have time to text. I just wanted to know if you're still on for tomorrow night. No worries, and yeah, I'll make sure everything's ready. You make sure to drink plenty of water, okay? Okay, you got it, dude. See you have here for dinner? No, I love you. Stay safe. Love you too. Exaggerated smooch Damien makes is loud enough for Dan to hear. I almost cringe, but eventually do the same for him. I can giggle before hanging up. I sigh happily as I stuff my phone in my pocket before turning my attention to Diana. What? You guys are so cute. She's holding her cheek, gushing over as she usually does. Stop! It's true though, young love. And it goes again, and with that we continue our walk back to our dorms. So, what you got planned for tomorrow? It's a secret. Oh, don't get any ideas. Oh, I would never. I realized that before getting my phone out to show something to her. We're going to a show tomorrow. Oh, exciting. Kind of surprised. Didn't know you were into that scene. I'm really not, but Damon was so excited this band was coming to town I couldn't say no. I pause. Also, I do want to get in my comfort zone, even if just a little bit. I get you. Do you guys need a DD? Wouldn't hurt. You sure you don't mind? I don't know, I got tomorrow off. I'll text Damon and let him know. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Of course. We chat about this and that for a little while long before coming to the split between the dorms. They're not co-eds, we don't actually live together. Oh, before I forget, do you want to visit the greenhouse this weekend? I don't know, I'll have to see how I'm feeling the next morning. We're not gonna have a 2-day hangover, how about Sunday afternoon? I socked in my nose. I can't get around it. I've been skipping out helping Dan at the past few weekends while figuring out everything on the side of campus. I'm already hanging out with Damon Friday night, but I do owe her one now. There's really no excuse. Yeah, sure, I'll see you Sunday. Want to meet up for lunch, then head over? It's a date, I'll see you then. Yeah, sounds good. We wave to each other as we walk down our respective paths home. As usual, I wave to the dorm mother. As usual, I skip the faulty elevator and take the stairs. As usual, I make my way home into my dorm room. Oh boy, dorms and the fuck? I've only been here for about a month, but at least I've got this routine down pat. Being in the master's program has its perks. I call it a dorm room, but it's almost like an apartment complete with a kitchenette. It's best I have the place to myself, well, mostly. Damon spends the night a lot too. Toss my bag on the couch before grabbing a glass of water, promptly chugging it. I'm not used to the summer heat around here. I just stroke my overshirt, I look over toward the bathroom. Kinda want to take a shower right now, but decide to do it at my usual time right before bed. I sleep better that way. I say that, but I'm gearing up for my afternoon nap without any distractions. Look at my phone, briefly lighting up the pic of Damien holding me up from behind as I flail in his grasp. I smile at it before flopping face first in my squishy pillow, not even bothering to pull over the blankets. Still a bit too hot for that. My eyelids start to get heavy and I fall asleep from my afternoon nap. Oh boy, is this gonna be some kind of isekai bullshit? There's a strange ringing in my head. It's quiet, but just loud enough that I can't ignore it. I had trouble opening my eyes. How long was I out? It feels like a headache, but it's concentrated only in the back. My lifted arm is a struggle too. Wait, am I sitting? A groan escapes my dry throat. How long have I been sitting like this? With all my might, I lift my hands up to my face and try to roll my eyes open with my palms. Wait, what is all this I'm feeling? I pull at it and tugs at my scalp. It's my hair. I'm not loose enough to panic quite yet, or maybe I am, and this is just a weird dream. In any case, after some more rubbing, I managed to crack my eyes open. Oh, it's some kind of fucking isekai bullshit. I fucking knew it. God damn it. I'm sitting in an alleyway I've never seen before. Even moving my eyes to look around is a struggle at first. I just woke up, but I already feel exhausted. Take a few deep breaths. I take a few breaths, which is somewhat alarming. I thought you couldn't breathe in dreams. Regardless, little by little, I start moving what I can. I can wiggle my toes, move my arms. I kind of need to move them, as my hair is getting in the way of my vision. I could hold my bangs down. I could hold my bangs down nearly on my sternum. The length isn't what's the most concerning, though. It's the fact that my hair is almost on a natural shade of white. That aside, I try to feel around. Against a wall, my neck still try to stand up. My joints pop like mad. Seriously, how long have I been sitting here like this? It should not be this hard to just stand up. My knees are trembling. Nearly hugging the wall at my side, I managed to stand up, albeit quite hunched over. Something slides out of me before I can look down to see what it is. I start to stumble. I jerk a bit as a wave of disorientation washes over me. My vision blurs and I see stars. I feel dizzy, but then I can't get my breathing steady. Jesus, what the fuck happened? Doesn't hurt. Nothing does. Not even the sudden upcheck of stomach acid I expel onto the ground below me. Ew. Clutch my stomach and hold my knees, breathing erratic. Doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, but I feel like it should. I'm more confused and scared. I don't have enough time to process what little information I have as I throw up whatever was left in my stomach. It just smells like acid. Just like that, I'm back to sitting against the wall. I shut my eyes, but I can still see the colors swirling around the inside of my eyelids. Without any strength, I just sit there and pant. The taste of stomach fluid still comes up from my throat with each breath, burning my mouth. Fucking disgusting. I heave again, but nothing comes out this time, nothing but a guttural belch. Okay, okay, calm down, calm down. I say to myself, barely recognizing my own voice. Not surprising. It feels like this is the only thing to wet my throat in decades of my own bile. Clutch my head to try and control the spinning I'm feeling. After several minutes of trying to breathe calmly, my vision starts to settle. I still feel disoriented, but I can at least make out what's in front of me now. Again, I look around, trying to get my bearings. As I noted earlier, I'm in some kind of alleyway. I don't know where, though. Tilting my head up, I can see that it's night. The buildings around me seem to just stretch taller than they should. I look further in front of me. There are boxes blocking the alley. They're stacked pretty high. I look down to the ground and something catches my eye. Slowly, I bend over to reach over it, not wanting to upset my stomach anymore, and grab what seems to be a stomach jacket. Fucking hell, I can't read. It's pretty big. I can stretch it out far past something that fit me. I'm to a left this year. Are they trying to cover me? Another headache hits the back of my head, and I clutch the side of my face. Starting to feel nauseous again. Just head against the wall and immediately feel uncomfortable. Didn't hurt, but I could tell I shouldn't have done that. I reach at the back of my head. I feel bandages and a lot of them. Along with that, I can only assume it's crushed blood. How the hell did I end up like this? The last thing I remember was hanging out with Diana and making plans with Damien. Try to recollect more as much as I can. It's all scattered, like a haze that's blocking me from my own memories. Oh, fuck. I exhale with a haggard breath. I'm still hoping this is just a weird dream because I don't even remember my own name. And then spend the next half hour alternating between doing breathing exercise and having an existential crisis. The more I think about myself, the more I realize I don't know who I am. I'm thinking clearly, but there's not much to think about. All I know is Diana and Damien are very close to me, and I wish they were here right now. I feel sort of sadness at all the things I can't remember. All my relationships and experiences just gone. One thing's for sure, this is no dream. Maybe it's a nightmare? If it was, it'd be the most boring nightmare I've ever had. I say that, but I'm still fairly spooked. I move past the notion that I'm dreaming, however. The sensations I felt since waking up were too real. Even so, periodically I pinch the skin of my forearm. I can definitely feel I'm pinching the skin, but I don't feel any pain. It's basically numb. Same with the back of my head. That blow I must have taken did a serious number on me. Doesn't take a doctor to figure out that's probably why I can't remember anything. Speaking of doctors, I replayed the memory of myself and ANLF and our professor. It's the only entertainment I have, well, kind of. I also think back to the earlier memory. I've come to accept the fact it was real. Despite the fact that my eyes were closed, it all felt so visceral to the point that I can say it happened. Someone mentioned my loss of blood, and someone else covered me up. Someone left me here, but who? All I have to go on is this jacket I left behind for me. It's simple enough, I don't recognize the style. Not that I can talk about fashion. It's better than what I have on. I can't tell if I'm wearing hospital scrubs or a prison uniform. Wish I at least had some socks. The more I wake up, the more I realize how cold I am. I sigh. Eventually, I look toward the other side of the alleyway. I don't think I'd move those boxes easily, if at all. But I should at least try to look for help. I'm starting to get annoyed with my body as I still struggle to do the simplest of tasks. I can hear my panting echo softly through the alley, along with something else. The sound of footsteps. I try to hold my breath. I think someone's on the other side of those boxes. Do I call to them? Do I hide? Not that there's much room to hide. Whatever's out there starts pulling the boxes out one by one. I don't know what's in those boxes, but they don't look easy to throw around. They're just chucking them like it's nothing. And my knees start to tremble. A chill runs down my spine, and my teeth start to chatter. Both my knees give back on my ass against the wall. The fear is starting to get overwhelming, and my vision starts to blur again. There aren't many boxes left, and something starts to show between the cracks. A light. Flashlight. Before I know it, the ray of light is completely covering me. It's a task that my arms would block the beam and even harder to keep them in the air. I was already struggling to move without fearing for my life. I don't think I can take much more of this. I'm getting overstimulated. I feel like I'm shutting down. It starts to succumb to my panic. The light suddenly shifts. Slowly, I start to open my eyes, peeking through the cracks of my fingers whilst avoiding the light. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Huh. New art. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really played this in a while. Person, no. The beast man holding the gun moves one step closer. Don't move, he says in a gruff, commanding voice. If I was cold before, I'm frozen now. I'm just sitting here trying to follow his movements the best I can with the little I can see. The slits of my finger like in a certain one thing. He's a wolf and a tall one at that. Those circles around me, I can see him clear my peripheral. You can see my face now, along with the terrified expression I'm wearing. Gun or not, he could rip me to shreds with just those claws. Not that there's much to rip apart. I don't stand a chance at running my current condition. Hell, I can barely stand up. So I sit here waiting to see what he's going to do with me. A few feet away, gun still pointing at me. On closer inspection, looks to be the size of a pistol, but it doesn't look like any model I've ever seen. He shifts his head, looking all over my body. The teeth start chattering again, reverberating through the alley. He walks up closer with intent. Shut my eyes, it's all I can do. This is the worst my breathing's been since I woke up. There's only empty stomach, sure, my dehydrated eyes start to tear up. The only thing that pulls me out of my panic attack is the feeling of something soft under my chin. He starts to slough my head with his paw. His paw pads feel like worn leather under my chin. His breath is hot in my face. Now more than ever, I wish this was just a dream. He squints his eyes and speaks to me. Can't make it out. The ring in my ears is too loud. That's all I can muster. Wolf closes his eyes before pulling his hand away. He sits in front of me. We're eye level with each other now. Are you away? He pauses once more before repeating himself. Are you okay? I don't respond. I'm not in the right state of mind to. He seems to pick up on this. Calm down. I'm not going to hurt you. He places the gun he was holding on the ground and slides it to the other side of the alley. See, if I wanted to, I would have already. That's one gun down. What about the one on his back? My eyes veer to it, which he notices. I'm not taking that one off. It would be too much work. He states matter of fact, we're switching to a crisscross position. You're okay. You're okay. He looks me in the eyes again before pulling his paws apart in front of me. Breathe in. He pulls them closer, almost in a clapping motion. And breathe out. I'm slowly transition from panic to confusion, which I'd say is an upgrade. For some reason, the inflection in his voice sounds weird. He's speaking English undoubtedly, but something is off about it. Can't put my finger on it. Is it a dialect? Regardless, I do as he says and start to match my breathing with his movements. We do this for a while, and slowly but surely it seems to be working. With enough time and effort, with the help of this wolf, I bring myself out of my self-induced panic attack. After one final deep breath, I manage to get back to just breathing in my nose. Still breathing faster than I would like to, but it's a start. There, how are you feeling? He takes a deep breath as well. I guess that did take longer than needed to. Tired and dizzy. I finally drop my hands down for a moment before moving to hold my head. Feels like I switched a panic attack for a headache. I'm not surprised. Wolf gets closer to me in my head. Well, I really don't like how close he's getting. You lost a lot of blood. Gently holds my chin and shifts me to the right, revealing the back of my head. He leans in closer and takes a few sniffs. I can feel his breath again, and I start to get apprehensive. I instinctively pull back. Gentle or not, this really is not my anxiety. You're still scared. Huh? He leans in again. I can feel the wetness of his nose on my forehead as he shrugs around my head before sniffing around some more. Sorry, says Blunt before he pulls back. Habit of mine. Okay. What's your name? Yeah, suddenly. I literally don't have an answer for him. I don't know. Wolf doesn't seem fazed by that. What do you know? I don't know. My emotions feel like a metronome, swapping between scared and confused at the same drop of a dime. I'd like to believe he's right. If he wanted to hurt me, he would have already. Now that I think about it, I don't think he could have hurt me either. He could hurt me either way on the count of not feeling any pain. Well, that's not true. He could break my legs, and even if I couldn't feel it, I'd be at his mercy. The flash of image in my head makes me shudder. Wait here. Huh? His voice snaps out of my imagination. He stands up and then moves near the alley entrance. I cock my head as I try to see what he's doing. Both waves of paw of his right wrist and a small screen lights up in front of him. It seems to be coming out of a bracelet he's wearing. So it's sci-fi isekai then. Okay. I squint, trying to make heads or tails of it. Seriously, where the hell am I? We definitely didn't have this kind of tech back on Earth. Whatever he's doing, he's tapping furiously away on it with his fingers. When he places his free fall over his chin, he looks deep in thought. All of a sudden, he turns his attention back to me, looking me over once more before typing away again. He waits, then hears something. Notification? Starts tapping again for about a minute before sliding the screen away. Okay, can you stand? I'm gonna take you home now. Here. Wolf walks up to me before starting to get me on my feet. He carefully gets under my armpits and lifts me up slowly, trying to keep me stable. How's that? Wait a minute. Someone nearly on my knees and he catches me. It's okay, I can carry if you want. I said wait! I raise my voice and the wolf's eyes widen a bit. I push him away, choosing to slump against the wall again. At least I'm still standing, even if barely. Who the hell are you? Where the hell am I? How do you know where I live? Even though my adrenaline from earlier has worn off, I'm starting to get hit with rising paranoia. I barely even know where I live. You can't expect someone with a head injury to just go with someone they don't even know, do you? Quite feisty for someone with a head injury. Wolf sighs before walking over, then sits down in front of me, again, so that I'm looking down at him. Kinda glad he did, my knees feel like they're about to give out. Just sit back on the ground. I don't know how to explain this without alarming you, but you're going through a fairly common experience around here. Taps the side of his head. Barring the head injury. What do you mean? He scratched the back of his head. It's best you know as little as possible, almost absolutely necessary. It's a hard way to build trust. I didn't mean to say that out loud, but I did mean it. I don't need your trust. I can take it by force if you really want me to. Fur in his neck bursts, my fear spikes again. Flattens back down before rubbing the back of his neck. Relax, it won't come to that if you just cooperate. I'll say this, I've done this before, many times. Done what? Taking you one's home, amnesiac or not. How do you know where I live? Pauses. Do you know where Resume is? No. Should I? Wolf exhales almost in relief. Whether or not you do doesn't matter to me. Resume is one of the few cities that's mainly just humans around here. Okay, so where's around here? Wolf shakes his head. We can talk about that later. Honestly, I've dallied long enough. Just know that I have contracts there. He lifts his paw, pointing to that weird bracelet. I have confirmed a mean point to get you home safely. I open my mouth, which he interrupts. And before you ask any more questions, I gave a description of your appearance and they matched up with someone who's missing. I close my mouth. I guess you have done this before. Kind of surprising myself. I'm taking all this in way too quickly, aren't I? I guess when your head is nearly empty, anything new becomes acceptable. Regardless, I'm going to at least try to remain skeptical. How do I know you're not just setting me up? Wolf smirks at that. You don't. What'd you be able to do in your current situation if I was, though? He's a point. Don't know where or who I am. I wouldn't be able to make it far. I sigh. I can't tell my ears are still ringing, or if there was an alarm or alarm bells going off my head. I resign myself. I really don't have a choice. Okay, fine. It's not like I trust you, though. That's wise. I won't do anything to hurt you. You can count on that. We'll see, I guess. God, I want to fucking go outside and punch that dog in the face. It is barking up a storm and I want it to stop. With that out of the way, this exhaustion is starting to catch up and I scoot back to my familiar spot against the wall. I can barely stand up, let alone walk. Not already imposed, but you wouldn't happen to have any food or water, would you? Wolf thinks it over before turning toward the alley and listening. Yeah, we could probably have a quick bite to eat. Let me just... He walks over to the pile of crates and starts stacking them again, providing some decent coverage. There, that should be fine. I doubt anyone's gonna go through the trouble to get through that. besides you. Fair enough. Actually, it does make me curious. Before the wolf sits down, he plops the bag he had slung on his shoulder onto the ground. Looks a bit weird, almost like a violin case with its angles straightened out. Like an awkward trapezoid. Wait, I'm getting distracted. So, how did you know I was here? Hmm? Oh. Wolf taps his snout with a couple of fingers. It was faint, but I could smell you a couple blocks away. He pauses. Well, your blood anyways. I see. Well, why did you go through the trouble of finding me? Takes out what seems to be a canteen and places it in front of me, along with some kind of package wrapped in what feels like plastic. Afterwards, he moves to sit next to me against the wall. I take on a lot of odd jobs. I wasn't looking for you per se, I was just in the area when I caught your scent. Takes his own package, ripping it open. Some kind of food? You should consider yourself lucky. By the looks of it, you wouldn't have lasted another day or two. You know, myself, I see he's right. Just skin and bones with an empty stomach and a concussion. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of surprised I made it this long. Slowly I lean forward to pick up the canteen thing. I can feel liquid inside, but don't see a way to use it. It's a rectangular shape with no discernible opening. What? He looks from whatever he's eating. There's water in here, right? How do I open it? He swallows. Oh. He leans over and slides his finger across the top. A small opening appears. There. It's got some nutrients in it that should help. Just drink it slow. I do as I'm told. Maybe it's because I'm dehydrated, but this water does taste pretty rich. It's almost heavy. I choke on it for a moment, but swallow it down soon, not wanting to waste any of it. Smell my lips as if it's alcohol. You okay? Yeah, just a bit strong. Just drink it slowly. I nod, a tad embarrassed by my lack of coordination. Regardless, I'm thankful for the drink. My throat even starts to feel better in just a few minutes. Not wanting to drink it all myself, I mimicked what he did earlier to close the canteen. On second thought. Liv reaches over and takes the package he gave me. I'm just gonna go take a guess that, judging by how you react to that water, you could use something a bit lighter to eat. He rummages once again in his bag before handing me a small parcel. That should be a bit lighter. It doesn't really taste like much, but it's got some protein. Curious, I reach over and pick it up. It feels like it's wrapped in paper, that there's no labels. Even with the little strength I have, I open it fairly easily. What's inside kind of looks like saltine crackers, but brown instead of vanilla. I'll lift it up and smell it. It's like beef jerky, but only faintly. If I'm being honest, they don't look very appetizing. Beggars can't be choosers, though. Take one of the cracker things and bite into it. Thankfully, he's right. It doesn't taste like much. A little salty, a little bit sweet, but not much else. Definitely the texture of a cracker. I'm just glad I got something to drink. After minutes eating, look over at the wolf. He's enjoying his meal, at least I think he is. Man, how did I end up here? Now that I have time to think, I realize something. I don't recognize his voice from the ones I heard before. I had to speak about this. Oh, right. I think there were people who left me here, but I can't really remember. The wolf looks over at me with a curious look. Do you remember anything about them? No, not really. Just a bit of a conversation, probably right after I got this dent in my head. Got the crumbs off my shirt and off the jacket I woke up with. I have this, but that's it. The wolf looks it over before he grabs it with my hand and smells it. He then stretches his nose. I guess he didn't like how it smelled because he balls it up and tosses it to the side. I think we're best to leave it here. Take my word. Oh, okay. I think to myself. Whoever left that for me, I think they had my best interest in mind. Their voice seemed reassuring, at least. Although, to be fair, they did leave me here like this. I should be careful. A voice is enough to judge a character. Oh, wait. What's your name? In such a shaky step that I completely forgot to ask. My name? He pauses and sighs. Cooper, just don't tell anyone. Why? You asked a lot of questions, you know that? To be fair, you're making it hard not to. Just eat your food. Okay. The fuck is... This is, intriguing. I guess. Once again, I do as I'm told. Sit in this strange alley with this strange beast man eating this strange food. I wonder, how would Damon react to the situation if he were here with me? But he tried to carry me so we could get as far from this place as possible. A little frame flashed in my mind of Damon giving me a piggyback ride. I think he convinced me to play basketball with him and he whooped my butt. I'm being tired, just not as much as I am now. I sigh. I really miss piggyback rides. I don't think this resumed place is my home. It's not much, but I have some memories of where I lived. Oh? I just don't know how to make sense of all this. I'm not surprised. I just know one thing, I really want to go home. Well, as far as I'm aware, Resume is your home. He pauses. Even if it's not, Resume is known for getting people back to where they belong. What do you mean? Well, Resume is a hot spot for humans, almost a sanctuary. I'm sure they can get back to whatever you came from. I hope so. Cooper flicked his ear at that. I guess he can sense my dejection, though I'm not really hiding it. Where do you come from? Nowhere worth mentioning. He dodges my question and stands up, listening intently. I think it's time we head out. How are you doing? Well, better, but I don't think I'm in a condition to move around too much. Can you walk? I grunt as I tried to stand up. It wasn't much, but that combination of water and protein crackers has at least given me some strength to stand and walk a bit. Kind of, but I don't think for very far along. We'll take breaks, and if it comes to it, I can carry you. Okay. Stretch popping on my joints again. By this time, it feels really good. Just glad we have my butt for a bit. I should mention it, but when we're out of the alley, it'd be best to keep talking to a minimum. Why? Cooper's stance shifts, looking toward the open of the alley, then back at me. There are people trying to find you as we speak. That's bad? Very. I can't disclose much, but I'll say this. Your life will be a living hell if they find you. Maybe it's just because I'm getting more lucid, but I'm not really fazed by that. That kind of worries me. So wait, are you under contract? In a sense, as I said, I've done a lot of escort missions. It tends to be easier to let people know. Doesn't sound scary or anything. Cooper looks up to the alley and back at me. Look, there's a lot out there with your current mental state. I don't think it'd be a good idea to overwhelm you. Maybe, I don't know. Relax for a moment, take a deep breath. Being left in the dark ain't much better. You'll be fine. I'm sure you've been through worse. Wouldn't know. Cooper actually chuckles at that before returning his gaze to the alleyway opening. Gotta do this in a way that's not suspicious. I think I'll leave that to you. Didn't really offer. Fair enough. After about 5 minutes, he manages to remove most of the boxes fairly quietly, free to leave the alley. I'm both nervous and excited. You said we shouldn't talk, right? Only if absolutely necessary. Whisper if you need to. I'll probably hear it. Why? Can we write? Do you have an axiom? A what? I'll take that as a no. He points to his bracelet. I can communicate through this via text, but that's it. What about pen and paper? Cooper looks at me as though I said something truly bizarre. I don't know how to write like that. Wait, what? I didn't use them much outside of class, but I at least know how. Okay. You do? Weird. What, like you're one to talk? I think to myself grumbling. Oh, right. He looks over at me again. I'm slowly getting used to that. What should I call you? Oh, I'm not sure. Thought and crossed my mind. What do I call myself? Cora pauses again, thinking. Well, until you come up with something, I'll just call you human. Okay. So, like, okay. This is interesting. I will admit, where like it has a good hook. It has a good hook. The writing's decent-ish. I just don't dig this whole isekai bullshit. I really don't. It's a horrible trope. Before we officially venture out, we do a bit of cleaning the alley. Cooper tells me we should try to avoid leaving anything behind, sans a jacket he tossed. Thankfully, there's not much, just the wrappings from our food and... Oh, I forgot Cooper's other gun. Definitely to trouble if we left something like that laying around. I was about to try and pick it up, I think to myself. Is it a good idea to touch something like this? Hey, Coop, you left your gun over here. Is it okay for me to pick it up? Oh, good call. Yeah, the safety's on. Just trying not to slide anything on it. Slide anything? Oh my god. Are you an idiot? Okay, I know my motor skill's a little bit rusty, but I should be able to pick up it without firing it right. I gulp. I'm hovering my hand over inches away before a yellow arm invades my vision. Relax, you're not gonna set it off. Wolf casually picks it up and even twirls it. See? If you say so. Here. Cooper then carefully takes my arm and plants the pistol in my hand. It's cool to the touch and smooth. Almost feels like a smartphone screen. What the heck? I grab on it firm. I don't want to drop it. Still, I do turn around slowly, getting a decent look at it. Looks cool. It's not what I normally picture a gun to look like, though. It's sleek and pretty light. However, it's still a gun, and I don't trust myself with it. It's, neat. Here, take it back. Cooper takes it and holsters it back at his hip. I guess giving you a self-defense weapon's out of the question. Would that be necessary? In your position, yes. Why does whoever they are want me so bad? Classified. Figures. You ready to head out? As ready as he'll ever be. He takes out his bracelet or axiom and starts to tap away at it. Now that I'm close, I can kind of make out what he's doing. The screen is pretty clear, remains somewhat translucent. Can't make out a lot, though. It looks blurry, almost as if censored. You can read that? I can. You can't. Swipes away the screen. No offense, but I'm not going to register you in it. Okay. Whatever that means. We're going to head nearby plaza. It's late, but there should be a shop open. For what? I figured you could use exchange the clothes. He grimaces. Glad I just got paid. You don't have to do anything, I'll manage. That's nice of you, human, but it's more out of necessity. You're currently going to be suspicious just about anyone. I look down at what I'm wearing. He has a point, although I'm not sure what kind of fashion they have here. If I could choose, probably something with sleeves. The skirt on my arms and legs are kind of off-putting, especially to me. Do you have any suggestions? Yeah, I'm not the person to ask about clothes. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. But we'll go over the alley making sure it's empty enough. Alright, let's start moving. Take on my sleeve or something if you need anything. And remember, keep quiet. Okay. But that would make our way out of the alley. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm invested. Whoa. Okay, yeah, this is fucking some kind of cyberpunk sci-fi setting. It's hard to tell what time it is, but I guess it's after midnight. There's no one out in the street beside a few cars. Some flying cars at that. Okay, yeah, maybe Cooper's on something about the scary outside world. What's more is that they're fairly quiet, just a slight hum. We walk on the sidewalk. The material is somewhat warm against my bare feet. I can't tell what it's made of. It feels weird. I wish I had some shoes. Cooper walks along the street, keeping me somewhat close to the walls of nearby buildings. Their walls look sleek and unnaturally smooth. If I had to guess, they look like the same material as the gun Cooper has. The surfaces just look big phone screens, highly reflective. I don't look long, though, not wanting to see my face. We make it a block or two before I lunge, tug at Cooper's sleeve. Cooper perks his ear in my direction. I whisper as quiet as I can. Sorry, break. Sure. I lean against the wall behind me, taking a few breaths. I was hoping I'd last longer. The fact that it's the middle of the night doesn't help. I'm feeling pretty sleepy. Here, this should help. Reich asks, he takes out his axiom. I think he draws a circle on the screen. As he does, the outline of his circle lights up on the ground. With another tap, Cooper slides the axiom off, and a cylinder rises from the ground, stopping around my calf. Cooper must see my stunned expression. What's the matter, old man? Ever been to the city before? At this point, I don't know if I'm stunned at what he just did or what he called me. Old man, I'm like 26. I spout in a hiss. Never seen a human that young with hair that old. Keep it down, would ya? He's looking mature as I'd call him out for provoking me like that. I stare at him, sticking my tongue out. I huff and sit down in my new seat. It's not very big, but it's big enough for me to sit fully on without sliding off. It's warm, almost like a heated seat. Curiously, I glide my hand along the side. It's almost soft, in that worn, plasticky kind of way. Ew. Handy. Cooper rests against the building while I take my break. He's tapping away his axiom again. I try to look at it some more. I can see some pictures, I think, but that's about it. Looking around, there's not much to talk about in terms of architecture. Most buildings look the same, being eerily rectangular without much detail. The ones that don't look a, the ones that don't look a bit older, but not in terms of architecture. I've never seen this style. They just look more worn out than the rest. Cooper keeps an ear out for the few cars that come our way, but he doesn't seem too worried. Not even for the ones a few stories above us. It's kind of scary seeing stuff like flying cars all of a sudden. I instantly think about a scenario where malfunctions just falls straight on me. Ever the pessimist. I shake my head and stand. Turning to Cooper, I give him the thumbs up. He gives me a puzzle before doing it back. Albeit a tad weird, does he even know what that means? This no talking thing isn't going to work. I said before gesturing for him to lead the way. Thankfully, he understands that, and we're walking along again. Once again, I think to myself, I've come to accept that I'll be doing that a lot now. Seriously, this place is huge. It's a wonder people don't get lost around here. There are signs here and there, but with the buildings all looking so similar, how do they make sense of it all? My thoughts get interrupted as Cooper suddenly pulls me into a nearby alley. Ugh. Shh! He covers my mouth abruptly and huddles me against the wall. I firm my brows. Where did this come from? Oh fuck, did he one of those guards? Can't see anything out of the alley. Cooper is rushing his side now, blocking me. He pulls me in against his chest, my scrawny chest against his built one. This is the closest we've been. His paw grim mouth, I can really breathe in my nose. I never noticed before, but this dog absolutely reeks. My eyes almost water, his musk is so overpowering. The guards don't get me the stench well. Actually, no. Guards, please come around the corner. Save me. They don't as much as I sort of wanted them to. I don't see them, but I hear the clapping of boots behind Cooper. When they stop, my heart drops. They pick up again after a moment, their steps fade into the distance. When Cooper moves to pop from my mouth, I take in some fresh air as I move a few steps away from him. I glare and whisper in a harsh voice, Rude? Sorry they were getting close. They're not the only ones. I actually spit in the ground and get as much as musk out of my system as possible. You need a bath. Ugh. Come on, let's go. You'd think with a nose like that good we would have noticed. I don't even give him time to process that as I pull him out of the alley. My bravado ceases quickly, though, as I need him to actually lead me. We don't talk for the rest of the walk, and thankfully no other guards pop up. After another few blocks, Super points to a building. It's one of the only ones with a lit sign, looks like neon. There, that's our place. Oh, thank God, my lunch was trying to give out again. What is it? A clothing store, I think. You think? Well, I've never been. It was just recommended the Axiom. By who? Let's go. Okay. Across the street quickly, well, as quickly as I can. It isn't until we're set up against the building that I finally realized what's so up about this city. There don't seem to be any doors on most of any of the surrounding buildings. This building has some see-through windows above, but here at the ground, nothing. This looks like a big wall of plastic. How do we get in? Hang on. He pushed me out of the way before taking out his Axiom. This time drawing more of an archway on the screen. While he's doing so, an outline in the shape of what he's drawing appears on the wall in front of us. Once it connects, there's a brief flash of light before a new doorway appeared. Wait there, I have to open one for you. I can't go through yours? No, don't worry, it'll just take a minute. Breaking her task, Cooper heads into the boutique, and the doorway shuts behind him almost instantly. It hasn't even been a minute, but the fact that I'm alone out in this strange world is giving me goosebumps. You know, the thing with he was drawing that thing, it reminds me of the time I visited, like, Harry Potter World and Universal, and you could, like, get a wand from the shop, and it let you do, like, these spells, you know, like motion sensed bullshit. It was weird, kind of cool, I guess. I rubbed my arms a bit, really feeling the lack of sleeves. Wonder why I can't feel pain, but feel all this. At least my feet are warm. These heated walkways are nice. I look around some and I think I see a clock in the distance. 2:46 a.m. No wonder I'm so tired. I yawn and rest against the wall. It's cool compared to the floor, which is weird to say the least. Man, Cooper's taking a long time in there. Start to get worried. Looking at the clock, it's been several minutes. It's a door. I mean, it's a super futuristic kind of door, but it shouldn't take this long to open a door, should it? Starting to get antsy out here. I'm a sitting duck. Turn to face the wall and start to feel around before pushing. Surely there's to be other ways to open a door around here, right? What do you have an axiom? This all seems ludicrous to me. So feeling around, the outline of an archway lights up. Before I know it, I'm falling face first in the boutique. I yelp and close my eyes, bracing myself for a plethora of broken bones. Instead, I fall on something sturdy and supportive, and smelly. I look up and met with Cooper's concerned expression. I fall onto his chest. Cooper's gaze shifts quickly, though, back to one of annoyance. What are you doing? I was trying to find a way and you were taking so long. You want to get off? More than you know. I even basically try to do a push-up to get off of him, but my piddly hours get difficult. Cooper instead just slowly lifts me up from his collar, like kitten held by their mother, and gets me off. I can't believe you survived this long. I don't have a retort. It's merely a bit embarrassing to fall face first in your escort like that. I just groan to myself and start work on standing up. Oh my heavens, are you alright? I whip my head around toward the unfamiliar voice. As my heart starts to race, Cooper lays a hand on my shoulder. Calm down, she's the one running the place. He says with some exhaustion as he hoists me up to stand properly. That's right, just let me know if you need anything. I'll be here to assist you. She jumps. Oh my gosh, your head, are you okay? Do you need a doctor? Oh, right, I'm bandaged up. Before I can respond, Cooper speaks up. He's fine, just had a bit too much to drink. He then pulls on my cheek as if scolding me. He needs a fresh set of clothes. Oh, I see. Well, of course. Just let me know if you need anything, and I'll be there lickety-split. Thanks. Her energy is a bit overwhelming, but I nod respectfully toward her out of habit. She looks like a small sheep, maybe no more than 4 feet tall. Her outfit looks like a green bellhop's uniform, complete with a cute and small hat. Before she walks back to her desk, I catch her name tag. Looks expensive with the name Marantha written in gold lettering. Fancy to say the least. Never heard of a name like that, though. Wonder if it's a local thing. Okay, enough gawking. My inner monologue is once interrupted by my escort who lightly slaps my back. What's that for? You're taking up time. Go find something to wear. Something cheap. I rub my back and from what I think I feel something. I'm just tired. I'm aware. Now hurry up. He then scoots me further off into the store while he rests against the wall, filling with his axiom. Wow, thanks for the help. I want to go to sleep on a real bed. In any case, I start to wander around the store. Everything looks pretty tacky, to say the least. Lots of weird designs, and most don't look very practical. Shiver. These floors aren't heated. Looking around, I don't see any shoes. If I remember correctly, which is already a stretch, most clothing stores don't hold shoes due to beasts being specific shapes and sizes. Guess it's not unreasonable for them to not have any. Regardless, I walk up to Marantha's desk. It'll be easier than wandering around alone. Plus, Cooper would get mad at me if I dawdled. So I walk up to her desk, I realize something. I think she's asleep. Excuse me, Miss Miranda? I get closer, and yep, she's asleep. Even a pillow on her desk. I look around for some sort of bell to wake her up. I feel bad, but I do want to get her as soon as possible. There's some kind of cube thing next to her nameplate. I tap the cube, and sure enough, it produces a small ding, instantly waking her. Hello. Oh, hello, sir. Did I fall asleep again? Hello, and, yeah, I guess you did. Oh, dear me, I do apologize for that. I hope you aren't waiting long. Her voice sounds as if a stuffed animal sheep came to life. She's adorable. It's no trouble at all, ma'am. Sorry for waking you. Oh, look at you being so considerate. Everyone around here, this job will be heaven. She hops down from her chair to greet me. Definitely a couple of feet shorter than me. I take you need some help deciding. Yes, I need some advice. I'm not looking for anything, I pause, extravagant. Oh, and here I thought we had some of the more tame selections around this parts. I guess it explains your accent. She laughs, but I freeze. Oh, fuck, this must be why Cooper told me to keep quiet. Pick me up from a crowd just by talking. Where you from, sir? It was trilled as she walks along the selections. Do I lie? Do I tell the truth? Vermont? She tilts her head at me, smiling expression unfolding. Oh, wow. What? I never heard of the place. What province is it in? Hey, what's that? Oh, that's biodesigner. Phew. Yeah, this is gonna be an issue. I'm gonna have to talk to Cooper about handling this kind of situations. I let her chatter on. It's honestly just It's always just pleasant to hear her talk. She has what my taste, what I'm looking for. After I give her the rundown, she claps her hooked hands. Oh, that explains why you thought we needed extravagant stuff. We're looking for something minimalist. Sure. I just nod. I don't really think of clothes as that's some sort of art. If she can help me get what I want, that's all I care about. In that case, I think something over here would be perfect. Despite her short legs, she's speedy. I nearly have to jar to catch up with her, which only wears me out more. They were done by a relatively new designer. He's still up and coming, so I'm sure he'd appreciate his business. I look over, and yeah, these seem pretty standard to me. Just how I like it. After a few minutes of perusing, I pick out a few outfits. They have tags in them, but I can't tell what currency they're in. I think I can make out some sort of stylized P, but that's it. Just don't want to break the bank for Cooper. I think these should be fine. Is there anywhere to try them on? Certainly, follow me, please. I nod again. Her enthusiasm at this time of night is impressive. She scurries to one of them all and holds out her wrist. Huh, she's next to him too. Hers looks different, cuter than Cooper's. She does a rectangle and her pink screen and a door appears on the wall. Here you are, sir, the dressing room. It also has a bathroom if you want to freshen up. When you want to leave, just hit the button on the table. Do you have any questions? I think I'm okay. Thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it. Oh, aren't you just the sweetest? Well, just holler if you need me. With that, she scurries back to her desk. So tired I can only muster a half wave to her. She's very nice. I toward the opening and head in. It's probably a front, considering that she's in a store at 2 in the morning. Like, I don't know about you, but that just seems cyberpunkish as hell. It's dark for a moment, but before a harsh pinkish hue illuminates the area, I have to shield my eyes, dropping my clothes. Sensing discomfort. The lights then tone down drastically to the point of just softly revealing everything. Is this to your satisfaction, customer? Sure, I guess. I don't even question it at this point. Very well, enjoy your stay. Creepy. Skip the clothes and walk around slowly. It's pretty spacious for a dressing room. This place is freaking huge. Who needs so much space to get dressed? There's what seems to be a vanity, along with a large mirror framed in neon lighting. I'm still far away enough it is dawning on me. I have to get a good look at myself. Why am I not so nervous? How bad can it be? My arms and legs are even to go by pretty bad. Okay, that's enough. I'm still me, whoever that is. I say that, but I close my eyes so I get closer to the table. After I feel around to a place to put the clothes down, I open my eyes. Wow, my hair is really long. I stroke again, getting a feel for the length. It doesn't look like I've eaten much in a long time either. I'm not withering away, but I can definitely see a lot of bones. My cheekbones in particular are fairly pronounced, along with the pasty complexion. Guess I don't get much sun either. The sun confrontation, my own reflection, just makes my mind wander. Where have I been and with who? I can feel another panic attack coming on, but I stand up straight. We can panic later. I need to get used to this. What I become. Take a deep breath and start preparing myself for what's next. What does my chest look like? I clutch the bottom of my shirt, and although I hesitate for a moment, I decide to just pull the thing off. For a moment, I look away from the mirror, but I glance, then look fully. Oh, okay. Wow. I'm not sure if I'm disgusted or just plain shocked. My ribs are easily showing, along with several stitch scars throughout my chest. I show my fingers over a few of them, which makes me shudder. Didn't really realize that my hands are pretty cold. I repeat my new mantra. How the hell did I end up like this? I stare at the reflection in the mirror for a while longer. The only thing I can recognize are my green eyes. I remember Damien used to compliment them all the time. Eventually I sent myself out of it. As weird as I look, we don't have a lot of time. I'll get used to it sooner or later. I turned, and that's when I met with the weirdest part of my body. Oh, what the fuck? Is this some kind of Matrix shit? What? Okay. Along my spine are several pieces of metal. They look like ports. I'm not very flexible right now, but I managed to get my arm around to feel one of them. I pushed into one and immediately feel a wave of nausea, almost falling over. There's some sort of flash of bright light, along with the feeling of tightness around my limbs. Fuck, my face was hard enough, but that's not something I'm going to get used to easily. I shit myself in my stupor and just rushing my clothes on. not wanting to look at what the mirror's showing me anymore. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, this is Matrix written all over it. Thankfully, it doesn't take long for me to figure out an outfit. It's a black turtleneck and dark pants. I can tell what they're made. I can't tell what they're made of though. The turtleneck is light, but I already feel like I'm warming up. The pants are also feel like jeans, but smoother with fabric. I've never felt before. Probably best not to think about it. As long as they're functional, that's all I care about. Right, at least I push the button thing on the table. Takes about a minute for the door to open. Wonder if she fell asleep again. Don't blame her. I'm surprised they have anyone working this late at night. I gather up all the extra clothes in one arm and my old scrubs in the other. I try to compose myself, still disturbed what I become. Marantha's back at her desk, waving at me. Cooper Finn lifts his head up from Zaxxon and walks over to the desk. He doesn't look thrilled. Welcome back. Oh, wow, that outfit does look nice on you. Very comfortable. I might need to try that designer out myself. Yeah, well, thanks. I'm not sure if it's much to look at, though. Oh, hush. You're definitely one of the more unique humans I've ever come across. She turns to Cooper. Wouldn't you agree? She's beaming. I don't think even grumpy Cooper can ignore that. He looks okay. Unique is definitely a good word. I heard the back of my neck. It wasn't much, but I do appreciate the compliment. After everything in the dressing room, I'm desperate for any boost of confidence. So, how much? Well, let's see. Give me a moment to calculate everything. She takes out her frilly axiom and starts tapping away. I move next to Cooper, wondering what they're doing. Is this how money works around here? More or less, at least in the ritzy cities, they don't trust physical cash. Weird. Cooper has overlooking his own axiom. See him slide the screen to a different window. There are numbers along it. And there, that should do it. She types before sliding her screen forward, and I see it appear on Cooper's. Oh no. I can actually read it for once. Maybe it's a customer service thing. Cooper reads it too and doesn't look happy. He grimaces and groans quite loudly. I guess it's expensive. He looks me over again before sighing and tapping a button. I think his signature pops up along with numbers on his screen, dropping near to 0. Oh, now I feel bad. Thank you for your patience, Mr. Krager. Cooper nears his eyes at her, then switches off his accent with annoyance. We're leaving now. Oh, okay. Turn to Marantha. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again sometime. Oh, you, that's supposed to be my line. She reached over with her counter, shook my hand. Pleasure, pleasure doing business with you as well, sir. Don't worry about the clothes. I'll take care of them. Thanks, I appreciate it. I handed the pile of clothes I didn't take, keeping the ones I wore under my arm. I tried to fold them like she gave them me, but yeah, that was kind of hard. Have a good morning, boys. You too, ma'am. Hope you get some good rest. We to each other, but then Cooper locked his arm around mine, taking us out of the establishment. Boy, something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. He says to himself. Guess I was right that it was expensive. Sorry. It's fine, it was my idea, and I'll get paid again soon anyways. Just know that didn't come cheap. Okay, thank you. Cooper huffs and nods before letting me walk on my own. We walk again on the sidewalks, however, this time I don't know where we're going. Curious about something, though. So, Cooper Krager. He whips around to look at me. If you know what's good for you, don't ever say that name again. Okay, sorry. He huffs shit again and continues on. I really don't want to be in a bad spot with him. Sure, he's kind of pushy, but even in the past few hours, he's done nothing but take care of me. I'll need to figure out a way to repay him somehow. So, where are we going? Home. I pause. I know we're going to resume, but what about right now? What? No. He turns to me. We're going to my home to spend the night. This time I stop Waddle for going wide-eyed. Wait, you're not homeless? I'm partly joking with how shady he is and how much he smelled. I just assumed he was. He looks completely done with me, though, as he doesn't give me a verbal reaction. He just keeps walking. I go to catch up to him. Yes, I should expect unexpected things. Like spending the night in the strange world with a strange wolf. Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit. Fucking hell. Hey, Wake up, you're not gonna spend the whole weekend away, are you? I might be tempted if you let me. Come on, wake up before I make you. Feel the sensation of Damien ripping my covers off, waking up to a blast of cool air. My eyes have trouble adjusting for a moment, but I remember where I am. Oh, oops, sorry about that. Cooper says he tries to hoist me further up his back. I think he almost dropped me. Despite the coolant air, I found myself sweating a fair amount. That's the desert for you. I think about 15 minutes ago my legs finally gave out, and Cooper had to resort to give me a piggyback ride. He's not the best at it. I had to coerce him to take off his bigger rifle, too. Damien's definitely got him beat in that regard. Still, it's better than walking. Once we left the city, most of the paths were gravel and dirt. Cooper said he might have some spare shoes at home I could wear. I asked where he got them. He told me not to worry about it. Cyberpunk. I love it. He might be right. The less questions I ask, the better. Not like I'll answer them anyway. So tired this point. It was near 4 a.m. Every time I try to rest my head against him, the stench blasts my nose. Although I'd rather not mouth breathe so close to his neck, I don't want any of that gross fur in my mouth. Hey, how much longer? Another quarter mile, I'd say. Do you not have a car? If I could barely afford that outfit, what makes you think I could afford a car? Ah, fair point. I really shouldn't be complaining, as he is carrying me after all. Still, even if I can't remember most of what's happened, I think I should be able to complain just a little bit. No more headaches or nausea, though, which is a plus. Do you really live out here? No, of course not. That city is the only habitable zone for miles. So where are we going? Again with the questions. Again with the dodging of said questions. I give an annoyed and exaggerated yawn. I know you said things are classified, but we're almost there. Isn't that enough of a window to fill me in? You'll be surprised how quickly clients will cancel a contract about leaking information. Is that not leaking information? Trying to slip back down again, Cooper tries to hoist me up. Please stop talking. I'm tired, not in the mood to banter. Okay, sorry. He grunts at that and I frown. Remember, I'm not doing this because I want to. I'd much rather be shooting the shit with my friends at the bar than carry your scrawny ass across the country. Sorry, I'll be more mindful. My heart does sink at that, but he's right. I do need to keep in mind that we're not friends, or ever will be friends. Just coincidental acquaintances. I must really be lonely if I'm growing attached to this jerk. Cooper sighs, and even that surprises me. No, that was a bit uncalled for. Believe it or not, you're one of the least and several escorts I've had to deal with. You with the clothes? You kidding? You should see the bills I've had to pay just to make some of these clients happy. Cooper groaned before ranting some more. Some of these mafia daughters think they're actual royalty. I can't help but chuckle. That is certainly a problem to have. Can I ask what they made you get them? Maybe in the morning. It is morning. Try and press my luck. Fair enough. I'd like to think he smirked at that. We carry on in silence for a bit longer, and I think I start to see cracks of pink invade the horizon. The sun must be rising. Is it okay if I sleep when we get there? I might mess up my sleep schedule, but I'm exhausted. Lucky for you, I'm not one for itineraries. As long as we get to resume on time, I don't care what we do. Sounds a bit contradictory, although I'm too tired to challenge him on it. Good, because I'm definitely about to give out. Just a few more minutes. Okay. We both huff, and I try to get comfy against him one last time. His musk is getting less apparent the longer he carries me. Guess that's something. There, just up the hill. I eventually do start to nod off, but Cooper wakes me up once more. I'm so asleep at this point I can barely crack my eyes open. The sun's definitely coming up, which illuminates the hills in front of us. It would be pretty if it wasn't so damn late at night. What is it? A capsule motel. I think I've heard of capsule motels before. Hotels before, not a motel, though. Thought you said we were going home. You'll see soon enough. Besides, you have to get there somehow. Okay. I yawn, but I've made it this long, so I try to stay up. I'll crash on this floor if I have to. I just want to lay down. After a trek up the hill, Cooper nudges me again and helps me get down. I almost immediately fall over. Cooper has to hold my hand to keep me steady. Come on, almost there. Okay. I yawn loudly again. Cooper does as well, surprisingly. He literally props me up against the wall of the first building we see. Reminds me of a cottage both in size and in appearance. It's completely contrasting the futuristic city we came from. Wait, I'm going to register us for the night. Okay. It's kind of refreshing to see him open an actual door. I feel a form of nostalgia I can't begin to describe. Looking around, there isn't much. Besides this cottage I'm propped up against, there are some weird pod things. Now those contrast with the desert cottage. I debated trying to figure out what they are, but I'm too tired for that. Besides, Cooper will explain it to me when he gets back, maybe. If he's feeling generous. The desert wind is all that's keeping me awake. There must be some around here since the night air is somewhat tolerable. I think I remember reading that in the summertime it gets to about the high 60s. It's a bit chilly, but it was already cold before. Cooper's pretty warm. I have to say being carried by him wasn't the worst thing in the world. Still, he could definitely use some pointers from Damien. Damien. Jeez, I really miss him. Stars begin disappearing one by one as the sun starts to rise. It'd be pretty if it didn't feel like it was about to collapse. Yet again, Cooper's taking a long time, but I guess this time it makes sense. He must be talking with someone to rent us rooms. Wait, does that mean I have to sleep in the same room as him? Maybe I can sleep in the bathroom. Better yet, get him to take a shower. Sudden door opening jerks me awake again. Cooper's back. As usual, he looks grumpy. I only got us about 48 hours. This place is such a scam. Does seem Elam would sell around for miles. Guess that gives him a reason to jack up the prices. Cooper's looking surprised in his place, with a tinge of what I think is worry. How do you know what a motel is? That question is so stupid I should realize annoyance. I inhale out of irritation and sheer tiredness. You ask a lot of questions. Fuck off. Cooper also rolls his tired eyes and shoos me along. I follow him as best I can, shield my eyes from the rising sun. Number 12. Oof! I walk right into Cooper, banging my nose against his shoulder. Jeez, warn me next time. Pay attention next time, we're here. We're in front of one of those weird pod things. Pause for a moment. Well, what? This is the part where it's explain whatever the hell this is. Covers an exasperated sigh. Do I really have to? Right now? It'd be fucking appreciated. I raised my voice a bit out of irritation, but Cooper cringed while lowering his ears. Okay, fuck's sake. It's just a standard transfer pod. I don't know what that is. Remember, amnesia. I pinch the bridge of my nose. Cooper growls quiet. I have half a mind to stick my tongue at him. He can deal with my moodiness right now. I'm tired. Just watch. You're not gonna die. Cooper takes out his axiom and slides to a different screen. It's more shaped like a sphere than a flat screen. He spins it around before pressing into it like a button. Okay, now I'm awake. Looks a bit staticky for a second, then he rotates his arm forward. He's holding his free paw underneath the sphere, and something slides out from it. Looks like a key. Whoa. Cooper slides the axiom off and presents the thing he just dropped out of it. Judging by the stupid expression on your face, you're quite surprised. Most axioms can digitally store physical objects. This is the key to my place. I keep it and other important things in it, so long as they fit. That's handy. It can be. I know some pricier models that store a hell of a lot more. This and a few personal belongings is about all I can store. I see. Okay, that was pretty cool. Just don't grab it while it's in the axiom. It hurts like hell. Noted. As if I'll ever get one. Cooper sticks his key into the device and looks like a rod with a port and walks up to the pod. Like I described it, the pod looks like a big plastic egg with the ridges along the side. Maybe a couple feet taller than Cooper and I. Then Cooper sticks the rod into a hole in the side of the pod. There's a brief flash, and the outline of a door frame starts to materialize. Before I know it, there's a normal enough looking door transposed on the pod's surface. Ready? Sure. Whatever, I just want to go to bed. Cooper takes my hand gently and starts to open the door. Close your eyes as you enter and walk. It'll feel like a long hallway. I do as he says and walk with him. Okay, we walk for half a minute. I don't get the best look at it, but there's no way the inside of this pod is that big. Can't open my eyes yet? Sure. Oh, after hopefully the last time tonight. Or an apartment, I'm assuming Cooper's. I take it that weird pod thing can transport people to wherever you want. Ah, see, I knew you had a brain. Just took a day for you to turn it on. Anyways, you said you only had 48 hours. Why? If we go over that, we'll be able to exit the front door back to where we started. Meaning? Meaning we open the door and where I live, and that is way too far for us to travel to resume. I see, can I go to bed now? I don't care. Look around, it's definitely small. But it's clear that he tries to make the most of it. Can I use your bathroom? Cooper looks worried. About that. What? I ask impatiently. There's no running water here. Why? I'm not here often enough to justify it. I usually stay in cheaper pods instead of transferring home. Cooper, when's the last time you showered, even took a bath? That's none of your concern. Jesus fucking Christ, whatever. How do you want me to pee? Just go in the bowl. It'll be fine for a day or two. Glad to hear it. It's down the hall. Got it. Oh my god. There's something wrong with that man. Whatever, let's just urinate and go the fuck to sleep. I spend a few minutes just trying to get sorted. Not being able to wash my hands is bad enough, but I guess I can't even brush my teeth. I chuckle. Yeah, that's so much to be worrying about right now. Went back into the living room. Cooper's nowhere to be found. Shit, man, trying to get rid of the headache I'm getting from being up this long. He must have gone to his own room. It's fine, it can be the tour any other time. I don't even bother trying to turn the lights off. I'm that tired. The lone couch in the room seems to be the best bed for tonight. So I walk up to it. I notice something. A folded blanket. Curious, I pick it up. It smells clean with what I think is with a hint of what I think is vanilla. Guess that Wolf can be considerate when the mood strikes him. Flip on the couch and take one of the cushions as a pillow. One thing's for sure, though, this is better than sleeping in that alley. To my surprise, the light starts to dim. There must be some kind of sensor in the ceiling. Pull the covers over me, move my hair on my face, and start to finally fall asleep. Something sizzling? Okay, Breck, I'm gonna stop now. My voice is dying. I hope you enjoyed that. We got an hour and 70 minutes into it, so that's good. See ya.